We've got three things we're trying to accomplish. One is to build a handheld meter that can be used at point of purchase or anywhere, flash a light and get a reading on the actual nutrient levels of food. That's the one objective. The second is to figure out what nutrient density is. So people throw the word around, this is nutrient dense, but we don't actually have a definition. So in my mind, it's not about like organic or not organic. It's about a continuum. So are you at the 80th percentile of what a carrot could be or the 20th percentile? Until we have a definition of that variation, we can't calibrate the meter to give you a reading that means anything. So step one, build a meter. Step two, figure out what quality is. And step three, figure out what causes it. So document all the environmental conditions, management practices, soil type, seed, microbiome. What are the dynamics that correlate with higher nutrient levels or lower nutrient levels in crops, which we think correlate with flavor, aroma, health-giving attribute, soil health, carbon sequestration, ecosystem services. We think our hypothesis is that food quality can be a proxy for all these things and can be an economic lever. What we're doing is identifying the variation and trying to tease out the correlations. So if we can say which of our many thousands of samples of crops showed up most nutrient dense with the highest levels of nutrition in them, and then we can go back and say, now, what were the environmental conditions that were causal? Was it a fertility program? Was it management practices? Was it the cultivar? Was it the epigenetics? Was it the climate dynamics? So basically what we have is over the next 8 months, starting beginning of February, a webinar series, which we're calling the 10th Annual Soil Nutrition Conference, which is, got four sort of tracks. One is the Real Food Campaign. So everything we're doing with the testing and the meter and the science and the farm partners and how you can engage and collaborate. And a second one is the agronomy track. So principles of best management practice. One is the nutrition track. So what we understand about how we can correlate this to our health, et cetera, et cetera. And then the final one is what we're calling mycelial culture. So thinking about decolonizing our minds, our culture, the wisdom about the indigenous perspective, and what is that, and how can those of us who were not brought up in it, step back and tune into what I think is intuitive for all of us. The sooner we figure this out, the sooner we'll be able to really support the transition, not just make money. Ideally, not just doing this to make money, doing this because we want to facilitate a better world. So I think having that empirical framework where we can categorically connect environmental conditions, management practices, soil health, ecosystem function, farm viability, nutrient levels, human health, the more we can tie those things together empirically in a really confident fashion, the faster and more successful this transition will be.